This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be linking all different things and answers together to try to come up with a great answer. Now, this is a party game for 2 or more players. It is called Linkee, hence linking together. So I'm going to show you how it's played, and I'll see you on the other side. Linkee comes in this box, which gives you tons of cards that you'll be answering, 4 notebooks, and 4 pencils. Over the course of the game, you're trying to answer questions on the card. You will then receive that card, and you're trying to be the first team to spell out Linkee with the letters that are on the back of the cards. Now, play along with us. What happens is one player is the question master. Now, the rules say it could be a separate person that's not playing, but you can also have it be someone that is playing from the other team. There's going to be 4 questions, and what you're trying to do is not just answer the questions, but find out what links these 4 answers together. Sometimes you won't get all the answers, but you might have enough to link it. For example, they'd say question 1, what is the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet? So you would go through A, C, D, and then you'd think about it. And on your notebooks, you'd be writing down the answers that you think are correct. Second one, complete the name of the classic noodle dish, pad blank. Pad blank. Now, at any time, if somebody knows what links these things together, that team can shout out Linkee. At that point, it stops and they guess and you get it. If you get it right, you get the card. If you get it wrong, you're out for this entire card. Question 3, one of the world's biggest soccer teams is known as Manchester blank. And question 4, complete the song from Madonna, Like a Blank. So playing along, do you know what the words, the answers have in common? Well, if you didn't have it by this point, they would give a clue. The clue would say something like, wheels up. Now do you have it? The first, if you didn't have it, well, too bad. Let's show you some of the answers. The first answer, of course, was Delta. Second answer was pad tie. The third answer was United. And the 4th answer was Virgin. So what does Delta, Tie, United, and Virgin have in common with the clue having wheels up? Well, of course, it's airlines. Whatever team had said Linkee first and got it right would get this N. Again, you're trying to spell Linkee. Now, as you go on, you might get letters that you already have and that you no longer need. If you want to turn in 2 letters, maybe you had 2 spare N's, you can trade this in and have a card that the other team has already gotten removed from the game. Or let's say you had 3 letters that you didn't need, you can turn these letters in and get any letter you need from the box. First one to spell Linkee wins. Now, I typically do like good party games. I played them all growing up with my parents, my family, and even to this day, I still bring party games over there pretty much at every family outing because those are the games that group likes the best. And this is one that we all very much enjoyed. It reminded me a lot about a game we used to play as a kid called Tri-Bond, where they would give you 3 things, and you'd try to come up with how do those things, what brings those 3 things together. But it was one of those older style trivia games that's very hard and you end up missing more than you get, and they had just given you the 3 things. Where here, the interesting twist is it's similar to Tri-Bond, but you need to answer a question to get the things that you're then going to link together. And it's just that little twist makes it much more enjoyable because, hey, you're getting asked 4 questions, and you might not know all 4. Most of the time, probably you won't. But if you get 2 out of 4, you might be able to get the link together, especially if they give you the clue, or even if you just get 1 of them. So you don't really have to know everything, but even if you get 1, you can get it right. That's a really cool thing when you can link them together and you're like, oh man, one of those things I have to do together, and they give you the clue and it's Linkee, and then you say it and it's really cool. Now, some of these questions are pretty hard. It does lean towards the side of sort of those older style trivia games where if you play this with less players, there will be some rounds that nobody will get it. Even with the clue, we had some where some of them are just hard. So I tend to like this game with more players, 6 or more players, 2 big teams. And so everyone's writing down the answers and passing them to the captain, and you're trying to get them to go. So we found that almost always when there's 6 or more players, there's not very many cards at all that get missed, and that keeps the game moving. Speaking of keeping it moving, they added that little mechanism where, hey, if you have 2 letters that you don't need, well, then you just, you can get rid of something else that somebody else has, and, interesting mechanics, but all in all, when we play the game, we almost never play with those rules. In fact, if we draw a card that neither team needs, we just draw a different card to keep the game moving. Otherwise, it can tend to overstay its welcome, in my opinion. But so with those house rules, we definitely would recommend this game. It's fun. It's really interesting to try to link those things together. And it's one that everyone I've played it with has really enjoyed. Plus, it's one of those games that my mom likes to call couch games, where you can all sit around the couch, you don't have to be around the table. You can just play the game sitting around the couch and have a good time, and that gives it an extra thumbs up for me. And so, it is such a unique game, and it replaced an older game called Tribon that I had since I kid, so I am going to keep this in my gaming library. So let's induct it properly with a saxophone serenade.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter and making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.